Mika. I'm part of the RBC Emerging Artists Project at the Nina. And today I'm going to be showing everyone how to make watercolor Zen doodle blots. So to start with this project, you're going to need a couple of sheets of watercolor paper, which is just thick paper that will absorb water and ink. I have 8x10 and 11x17. You can also go a little bit smaller. You'll need some watercolor brushes, but you can also just use any kind of paintbrush, a couple of different sizes, a fine point black pen, and watercolor paints, as well as a palette area to mix, and a cup of water. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is take your paper and fold it right in half, and just gently press that down so you have a middle line, because we're going to be making a symmetrical painting. Get your brush nice and wet with water and grab any color. I'm going to start with red and just start kind of getting your paintbrush saturated with the ink. And a little bit more water. And then you're just going to create any kind of shape that you want. Maybe grab a little bit more pigment and just kind of create something like that. You're going to fold it over and with a fist do some circles to transfer the ink to the other side. Open it up, and now you have this awesome symmetrical painting. Okay, so I just went ahead and did that a couple more times with a new color. I chose purple, and I chose to, create the blotches in areas that weren't already filled, but you can also overlap the paint as much as you want. So once that's finished, you're going to just let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes to dry, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so now that it's dry, you can kind of take it and look at different angles and see if you can find some interesting shapes or maybe creatures in there. Maybe you see a butterfly or a face. And then you're going to go ahead and take your fine point pen and just start kind of loosely tracing out something that you see. And this doesn't have to be perfect at all. You can just kind of make up your own outline. And you don't have to follow any particular color or outline. You're just gonna kind of make up a creature. And then if you want, I'm kind of seeing legs, so I'm just gonna give him a little eyeball right there. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. It just kind of makes it a little bit fun. Okay, so you can move on to the other side, and this doesn't have to be an exact replica of what you've done over here. So maybe you want to outline something different on the other side. So I have this purple cloud here that I'm just gonna trace. And then it kind of looks like an eyeball right here. Kind of a nose there. And then I'm gonna find another creature. This kind of looks like a dog to me, so I'm gonna give him a little eye and his arms reaching out. So just go ahead and keep on filling in different shapes, textures, patterns, or creatures. I find it to be more of an interesting composition if you can have areas of high density lines mixed in with some open spaces to create some more interest. And you can also use different mediums for this project. If you don't have paint, you could use coffee, you could use tea, anything that can create a sort of inky, watery texture on paper. So yeah, I hope you have fun with it. Thanks.